In England, about 500 years ago, whole towns and villages got together once a year to put on a show. These mystery plays or miracle plays, based on stories from the Bible, were a way of celebrating God in a God-fearing world. It was life-affirming entertainment for and by a whole community. Something that would be impossible today, wouldn't it? The poet Michael Simmons Roberts, composer James Atherton, and director Chris Salt don't think so. They're going to make the story of Noah's flood into a film.
Can we have dark linen clouds?
And obviously Noah's flood is particularly pertinent these days, kind of with all the issues of global warming.
The film will be made using only the people and locations of what's been described as one of the country's most deprived areas, Harper Hay in Manchester.
Are you enjoying it? You are not.
Hold them responsible for everything.
A crazy idea, but it might just work.
You're joking.
Interesting, but
Everyone knows the story. I don't.
probably impossible.
It'd be a miracle if we get this done.
The way that I'd set it musically would be different.
The team have 40 days to make a mystery play for today, based on Noah's Ark.
Because the way it's structured, in order to keep the rhyme scheme going, it needs to be 4 lines. Dramatically.
Using only people from the local community, they're hoping to cast, write, compose, rehearse and record a short film. The Harper Hay mystery play. The local neighbourhood centre is their home for the duration. This will be the venue of the film's premiere. And tonight, the auditions. The auspices aren't good.
The first audition was quite nerve-wracking. Our biggest fear, or one of our biggest fears, was that no one would show up to be part of it. And that fear was partly well-founded in the first audition when the floods of people failed to arrive at the community centre.
It was not far off the worst, actually, at the beginning, because we just had one person, I think, and it's kind of like, oh wow, right, we're really struggling now. We're going to be really pushed. Tonight's about kind of having a...
In all, a total of 7 people turn up, ranging in age from 17 to 83.
So now somebody's going to just start something, just a really short musical phrase, something small, okay?
The audition quickly turns into a workshop,
Now we're all going to try and sing something that adds to it, okay? So we
an
can...
exchange of ideas, words, music and talent.
Okay, good. Stop that there. Okay, great. Okay, fantastic. Next line.
It was useful for me to pick up some of the phrases you were using, like, what you see is what you get, someone said. I think you might have said it.
How would we sing what you see is what you get?
What you see is what you get.
Okay, can we all try that?
What you see is what you get. What you see is what you
And they started showing what they could do and working with James and coming up with stuff on the spot. Everything else then seemed to begin to fall into place.
What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get.
Great. That's really nice. Do you know what you did there? You totally changed the tune. but in a really fantastic way. That's kind of what I'm after, is those kind of accidents, happy accidents. So...
In less than 2 hours, the collaboration produces a great piece of music, the Harper Hay song.
What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get.
When asked what it was really like to live in what was once dubbed the worst place in Britain, this is what these residents had to say.
What you see is what you get. 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 The car alarms,
The tire spray, the market stalls.
bad cigarettes, a dog's eye view of Harper Hay.
Well, it's horrible that a child born in Harper Hay will die 10, 15 years earlier than somebody in Cheshire. I mean, we're not talking about going to Surrey or anywhere like that. We're talking about the other side of Manchester Airport, just because you were born in Harper Hay.
It grieves me that there is all this talent, there is all this ability, but somehow it kind of slips by and doesn't get developed, and people aren't allowed to flourish.
What you get is what you bring.
And this is our philosophy. Good neighbours, generosity. In Harper Hay the dogs all sing.
What you get is what you've seen. No bus is just a long walk home. In Harper Hay the sirens scream. The dogs all sing in baritone. What you see is what you get.
What you sing is what you play. They make you cough those cigarettes.
Dog's eye view of Harper Hay.
Well done, gang. Not half bad. You said you didn't sing.
As the word gets round, other actors and musicians come forward. Others offer to help in any way they can.
Nobody comes into the area without everyone being told about it. So yeah, all the drums have been beating, so we know what you're up to.
The idea of producing a Harper Hay mystery play begins to feel less impossible. The team decided early on that everyone who came forward should be included. But as more people volunteered their talents to the project, the producers faced the dilemma of how to accommodate everybody in the film.
Well, we met so many people that we really wanted to use, and so there aren't that many parts in the story and that many featured characters in the story, and so we had to make a decision to do something in order to give them a chance to be involved and be a part of it.
The first group of auditionees are asked back to the neighbourhood centre to learn their fate.
And those of you who don't know, what you are is the chorus. Basically what the chorus does is tell the story. The chorus is going to be led by Hannah, but you've all got little bits and pieces.
In the medieval plays, a narrator would often introduce the story and guide the audience as the plot unfolded. So the decision was made to have a chorus of people to fulfill a similar role in the film.
What wets baby's hair?
The newly formed chorus have the first song to learn.
This whole song is about water.
Right, so we get this. What scutters down sewers, what moves into lakes. It'll be much easier with the track to hear.
James teaches them the music he's written to Michael's opening lines.
What's in the clouds that turns them grey? 3. What's in your kettle? What's in your beer? What's in your kettle? What's in your beer?
What's in your kettle? What's in your beer?
Great. What's sucked up through the roots of a tree? What's in a kiss? 3, 4.
What's in a kiss?
Or a spit? Or a tear? Hi, Jan. You all right?
The tight schedule means that they have little time to get to know the music before they have to record the track. And just as soon as they've recorded the song, they have to then learn to mime to their own voices at double speed. Before stepping in front of the camera.
The thing about filming is there's a lot of waiting around. So I'm just warning you, and that's another reason why I want you to bring something that's warm, even if you don't wear it on the film.
I want to go home soon because I'm freezing because it's cold.
Bad cigarettes.
We're doing what scenes are we doing tonight? The scene that we're doing tonight is the walking forward, bending down scene, I call it, because I've got dodgy knees.
What's in the clouds that turns them grey? What's in your kettle? What's in your beer?
What's sucked up through the roots of a tree?
What's in a kiss?
Or a spit, or a tear.
What falls on the just and the unjust alike? What crashes on beaches? What's thinner than blood? What scutters down sewers? What blooms into lakes? What chokes in the gutters? What wets babies' hair?
What we're all trying to do is break out of here. Do you hear that kind of sound?
No.
You're not running, you're just moving.
What's my line, Chris?
You haven't got a line, Mikey.
A moral tale. A mortal tale.
A tale of punishment and pain.
A tale of feathers, fur, and scales.
A tale of rain and rain and rain.
And rain, and rain, and rain,
and rain, and rain, and rain,
and rain, and rain, and rain.
Right, get yourself home and warm.
Yes, okay, thanks very much. I made myself a crab salad for tea. I'm like, chips, curry beans. I'll see y'all in the morning.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
See ya.
Thanks
so much.
See ya.
Get warm. Get the easy one in the car.
See you, everyone. Bye.
The search for the cast continues on the streets of Harper Hay.
Yeah. Can we have a quick chat with you? We're going to be putting together a community drama. We're looking at people who might help us perform it, stuff like that. Would you be up for that?
Definitely.
Would you?
Yeah.
Would you sing?
Nah, that's the only thing. That's the only thing.
In medieval times, the plays were put on by specific trades or guilds. The flood stories would have been staged by the mariners or the shipbuilders. In landlocked Harper Hay, the most obviously water-reliant trade is the car wash.
The plays are predominantly the people's plays. They're run by the trade guilds, by the city itself, not necessarily by the church. The flood plays in particular are to do with this idea of how work can lead to success, how work can lead to salvation, how it can lead to grace.
That was the day that I thought, where I really felt like I was almost being set up to fail. Because the idea was for me to turn up with the piano and actually get into the car wash with the piano and set it up in the office part, and then to try and get the lads in to sing something, and that I just could not actually see that happening.
The piano one.
Well, what do you reckon?
I don't know. I'm not singing, seriously.
You don't know, that's fine. There's loads of different ways that people can do that. You know, people can just literally sing one word, one note at some point.
Car washers Dave and PJ are the first to face the music.
What you see is what you get.
And
Would you have a crack at singing that for me?
No, I'm not up for that.
It's just simple. It's just what you see is what you get. 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 Good. Just one note. I couldn't get you to sing a la. Try this. What you see is what you get.
What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get.
It's fantastic.
I don't really want to sing, not on camera.
No, that's fine. I pushed you as far as
Yeah,
I'll push you, so don't worry. I totally understand that. I wouldn't make anybody do anything they didn't want to do.
Finally, it's time for Ben, who's managing the business for his dad, to take his turn at the keyboard.
What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get.
First singer, Ben.
You've got a voice. You know you've got a voice. No, listen.
Stop it. Stop it. I know you like the realness of the realness, but I'm not a singer.
Ben.
But I don't mind doing what you're doing.
Cool. I won't compliment you ever
Don't
again.
compliment me
Don't
ever
worry,
again.
I'll never compliment you again.
Don't make me go.
It seems to me that in a place like Harper Hay, it's almost like the image of mining. There you look at a landscape and you've got no idea at first of all the jewels or all the rich strands that lie beneath the surface.
What you see is
But open it up and you can be amazed at the preciousness that is there.
what you see is what you get. Happy with that?
No, it's rubbish.
Oh, that was a bit
Yeah,
rubbish, but-
it's really rubbish, and you're really not a very good singer. Is that better?
That's better.
All right.
So when are we going studio then?
Singing Ben points the team in the direction of his old college. Manchester Arts and Technology College, on the edge of Harper Hay, enthusiastically take on the brief of designing and printing a poster for the film.
Basically, we started by splitting the students up into quite a few groups. They were encouraged to go off and use the internet, come back with all sorts of research, imagery associated with drawn stuff, and we came back as a group and we wrote what we discovered. And as you can see, it's a very contemporary story, and it's as old as the hills.
Having left his keyboard in the back of the car wash for a couple of hours, James returns to find that PJ has been composing in his absence. He discovered that the keyboard recorded his efforts, and he's keen to play them back to James.
Is that you?
I was just sat there bored.
Have you played piano before?
No, never.
Just messing around.
Just messing about.
It's a good sound, actually, isn't it, when it does that?
I think kind of creative arts is a language that crosses so many barriers. Even if people can't articulate themselves in words, they can, either in visual arts or music or whatever. There's something coming out of deep within a person that's life-giving.
This is my favourite bit.
Gives me hands in everywhere like that. Sounds alright, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For me, anyway.
Sounds brilliant.
People tend to undersell themselves in Harper Hay. They don't realise quite how much potential they have and haven't had many opportunities to express that.
Nice ending.
Make you express yourself though when you like play the piano. That's what I think anyway.
Yeah.
I just sat there chilling on my own.
How long were you there? Just
about 10 minutes. I kept
Nice.
stopping it, starting again and doing it again.
Yeah.
Then he ended up saying, "Right, there's a job on, come on." So he had to run outside.
PJ couldn't be persuaded to sing, but Ben and Dave were both recruited to play Noah's Sons.
I always thought, well, we can do something. You know, we will be able to, as a team, pull something together. But it would never have been as valuable a piece of work if we hadn't engaged with those guys, actually.
But the film still needs its leading man, Noah himself. When it came to picking the right combination of talent, commitment and personality to carry the whole film, there was one outstanding candidate from the first auditions. Time to put Steve to the test.
Would you mind just kind of having a play with it with us?
Yeah.
Could you just imagine that you take this first line, so this is it. Don't take any more.
Do you want me to sing it?
Yeah.
So this is it, a world rinsed through with husks of houses, silent streets. Where are all the lost souls now?
Great.
None to talk to, none to meet.
Absolutely fantastic range, which is pretty huge, actually. Yeah. Do you want to come around?
Yeah, sure.
The big bit is where are all the lost souls now? That's the real cry.
Yeah, that's the line you want.
And that's the bit that we want it up there. Okay, right towards the top of your range.
Yeah.
Which you did, didn't you? Yeah. So let it start small and kind of grow, and then get to that one and just absolutely.
Where are all the lost souls now?
Yeah.
Big, and then deep for the last line, and then the last line and the third line again.
Yeah,
deep.
that's it. Yeah.
So this is it, a world rinsed through with husks of houses, silent streets. Where are all the lost souls now? None to talk to, none to meet. Where are all the lost souls now? Now.
Love it. Absolutely fantastic, thank you. Really great.
Yeah.
And I've got you arranged now. Down it,
yeah. So you'll be grafting this weekend then, will you?
I'll be grafting this weekend.
Good.
Yeah.
It's going to be a top buzz, this. Yeah. Right, okay then.
Yeah, nice one. Thank you very much.
Brilliant.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, right. Cheers. Yeah. Right, I'll see you soon. Just give us a bell. Yeah?
Cheers.
Top on. Where are all the lost souls now?
Marvellous.
Enjoyed that. It's just the sort of stuff I'm really into doing. I like a challenge, anything new. I love doing new stuff like that. It was a cold day where you have to put loads of clothes on, and then you know, by the time you get where you're going, you're boiling hot. I think I'd been out the night before and I was all unshaven and everything, and I forgot there was a documentary crew going to be there, so I was a bit sort of like, good job it wasn't filmed in smell-o-vision. I was minging at the time. How will it come?
Finding such a huge talent in someone who is neither a professional actor nor singer was quite remarkable. But this echoes the story of Noah himself, an ordinary man chosen to do extraordinary things.
I think one of the values of the story of Noah is that you are presented with somebody who's led a decent life, never really hit the headlines before, and that of course is the key point, that often God does his seemingly most significant work with ordinary people who had never imagined that they would be up to it.
I who nailed the stars in place, I who set the planets tilt, I drew land from the water's face, but I, your God, have never felt.
My God, is that your voice?
I've never felt betrayed like this. Now only you can hear my voice.
You on the cab, mate?
Is this it? Is this the end? With a bang or a whimper? Fire or ice? How will it come? What will you send? I will be good, I promise.
Noah's journey in this, especially in this piece, the way that Michael's written it, is so full of all sorts of complex emotions, anger and despair and fear and sorrow.
Is this how they must meet their
And the music in some way needs to help that. And so I've really pushed Steve's range and sort of sent him to the edge of his range where he's actually quite vulnerable in terms of holding the note. When you're at the edge of your vocal range, you might not hit that note every time, and that makes you vulnerable, which kind of reflects his situation. So that's what I've tried to do at times with it.
For you, I have another test. Something else you need to save. A pair of every bird and beast to keep the wealth of earth alive.
Hang on! I need to ask you! The people, what about my friends? The rogues like fingered slide. Is this how they must meet their end? As flotsam on an endless sea.
The film had its Noah, but it was about to lose one of his sons. A change in personal circumstances meant that Ben now had too much on his plate to take part in the production.
So, we missed you.
I'm sorry about that, anyway, you know what I mean? But that's what I'm just trying to get everything ready now. We need to get the right staff in that who know that are going to be here every day to keep it running, you know what I mean?
And you're right, you need people who are reliable, don't you?
Yeah. We're not allowed to leave the boat.
Honestly, it's not a problem, and we'll give you times you can come and join in the filming.
Right.
Because it'd be great to see you on camera. If you can't make it, don't worry about it, you know, it's fine.
Ben never did make it to the filming, but he'd already made an important contribution to the soundtrack. James had started to write the music for the scene where Noah's son captures the animals around an earlier jamming session in the back of the car wash. So the next scene had the music, but no Ben. And no animals.
The story is an iconic story, and one of the things that everybody knows about it is that the ark was full of animals.
So what are you going to use for the animals then? Because there's plenty of animals live around here.
I thought the animals were non-negotiable. On the other hand, I did accept that they were a bit of a filming problem.
Well, what do you think? What animals can we find around here?
Mad Danny.
Really, there aren't that many hippos and lions wandering around Harper Hay, not that I've seen.
You make noises for Noah's Ark.
The team first approached some primary school children to help form an animal orchestra. At Manchester College of Art and Technology, the students had been putting together ideas for a poster for the film. Michael, their artist in residence, was working on a title sequence and offered to help with the animals as well. But there was some helpful advice from yet another source.
When you've got a good story, which is what you have here, You frankly don't need all the little bits of extras, because the story itself is powerful enough to communicate.
It's brilliant.
With the animal problem under some kind of control, it's time to record the vocals for Noah's Son. With their deep-rooted faith in Harper Hay, the team expects someone to just turn up on the day and blow them away.
Try that. Great.
Their faith is rewarded in the form of 18-year-old Anthony.
Here goes. Mosquitoes sprat. It's quite difficult, isn't it? Mosquitoes sprat. Try that. Yeah, that's it. Mosquitoes sprats. Finish mosquitoes first, so you get mosquitoes sprats. Yeah, 3, 4. Mosquitoes sprats. Great. I'd rather not work on that anymore if we're going to, because we'll do it. Yeah, great. Yeah, you up for doing that with us?
Got the part.
Yeah, marvellous. Welcome to the gang.
So you're Noah's Son.
I just got told that the BBC are doing something on Noah's Ark and stuff, so I came here to see what's going on, and then phone out, I got a part in it.
The dogs, the rats, the foxes.
It's obvious that Anthony is another outstanding talent, but there's no time for him to rest on his laurels. Harper Hay's answer to David Bowie has less than an hour to learn and lay down the track.
The animals. We got that now, yeah? And then David Bowie. We are ready to go. Here we go. You happy with that volume in your ear?
The dogs are rats, the foxes cats, the animals, the hummingbirds, mosquitoes. The dogs, the rats, the foxes, cats, a pair of all the animals.
I used to be a thug. I used to fight all the time and stuff and rob, but now I don't do any of that anymore. Nothing. Yeah, I'm in college. I'm doing joinery carpentry. I feel a lot better, and just to know that I've got a good life and stuff.
Mosquitoes, rats, I had to catch to save their souls, to save their souls.
Yeah, great.
Next stop, filming.
The dogs, the rats, the foxes, cats, a pair of all the animals, the hummingbirds, mosquitoes, sprats, I have to catch to save their soul, to save their soul.
The film now has its Noah and his son, and the problem of the animals seems to have been averted. But there is still one final elephant in the room.
The Ark gave us big problems in the planning. I don't think we ever considered building a large boat in the middle of Harper Hay.
I really felt like today it doesn't actually matter whether it's a boat or not. For me, the Ark represents a place, a safe place, that will protect Noah and the gang.
It is a place of sanctuary, isn't it? A place of safety, a place that will kind of take you somewhere.
But the great discovery was that there's a pub just round the corner called the Ark Royal, and it looks like an ark.
The Ark Royal is just one of a number of pubs in the area that's been abandoned in recent times. But the film crew weren't the only ones to spot its potential.
Well, at the moment, the name of the building, Ark Royal, is very relevant because we want to make it into a place where people can find refuge and run into and find peace.
Pastor Hamzat was also in search of a place of sanctuary and renewal.
So, by Monday, everything here will be removed.
Looks like the pub people left in a bit of a hurry, didn't they?
Yes.
Didn't even finish their drinks.
Yeah, oh my God. That's it.
His church community were in need of a new home and had decided upon the Ark Royal. He readily agreed to share it with cast and crew for the filming days, as long as the major structural work could be achieved in time.
No, don't mind.
That for me was fantastic. It was a gift because it works both in the context of the verse drama, but it also works in the local geography and makes sense.
The Ark had been found. Now it needed the members of Noah's extended family to put in it. And the pastor once again comes to the rescue with an invitation to meet his choir.
And we're making a film out of it. Pastor very kindly invited us tonight to see what you do and whether or not you would be interested in helping us.
That's the choir leader.
It's an opportunity for James to hear a very different kind of music from the local community.
You want us to stand up and it's not too comfortable. And the honor, Lord, we lift our hands in worship as we praise your holy name.
But the tight schedule means that everything has to start happening much faster than anyone on the team was used to. And James is put on the spot.
I was nervous because I didn't really know to what extent we were going to do anything with them that night, and didn't really want to, if I'm honest. It was much more comfortable and safer for me to just kind of say, hi, we'd really like to do something, and maybe if I write something I can come and teach it you. You know, that would have been great. But I think you said something along the lines of, and now James is going to write a song with you, something like that.
So we try and see if we can come up with something with James.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we take that song? Can I play with you?
They're really doing it because they were passionate about their music and their faith, and that really came across, and I loved that. I was playing something in 4/4, and then I said to them, so was that kind of right, knowing that it wasn't really?
Am I right?
No. That was wrong. But then we took the Seal It, Sail It section of the piece and just started working together.
Michael Simmons Roberts, who's a poet, he's written us some words to go along for me to work with, essentially. And I'd love it if we could work on some of it together. So these are the words: seal it, sail it, pitch and planks, build an ark and make it tight. Give your all and then give thanks, for our souls will be saved tonight. It's kind of like, we're doing something, we're going to build this thing, we're going to, it's kind of people coming together. So I want you to improvise. I want you to just build it up, stuff coming up, and I'll listen to you, okay? And I'll suddenly go, there it is, and I'll take that, okay? So. What we've got.
Can we add more words to it?
We can't mess with the words. We can repeat them. it's kind of my challenge is to stick to this form. So higher, yeah. So
What did you sing before?
give your all and
give thanks. Give your all and then give thanks.
So we've got
Build an ark and make it time. Give your all and then give thanks.
For our souls will be saved tonight.
We'll be saved. We'll be saved.
That was the night when it hit me that this is really an opportunity for me as well to develop my music, to meet new people, hear their music, hear where their music comes from and why, which made me really think about my music and where does my music come from. I really loved it, and I found it a privilege to be there with them.
Pray God for all the sons of men who'll breathe their last before tonight.
Sailing, pitch and blast, build an ark and make it time. Give your all and then give thanks, for we will all be saved tonight. Sailing, pitch and blast, build an ark and make it time. Give your all and then give thanks, for we will all be saved tonight.
Pray God for all the sons of men who'll breathe their last before tonight.
The stark reality facing Noah to let the people of the world die in the coming flood seems hard to take to our modern sensibilities.
It's the kind of question which arises again and again when we have an earthquake tragedy, when the tsunami tragedy took place, when people are shot dead or stabbed to death on our streets, when people in Harper Hay find terrible unfairnesses in life which seem to come to them through no fault of their own. And there is no easy answer to it. It's one of the imponderables of life. Here we are on a Good Friday, and if there is an answer, it is only the complex and very deep one of saying, there on the cross, what we do have is a picture of God engaging himself with suffering which other people in this earth so often have to face.
I dreamed I saw Joe Hill last night, alive as you and me. Says I, but Joe, you're 10 years dead. I never died, said he.
There was one cast member who was openly sceptical about the existence of such a God. Alice lost her faith as she lost her son when he was only 6 years old.
I saw Joe Hill last night, alive as you and me. Says I, but Joe, you're 10 years dead. I never died, said he. I never died, said he.
He was a month off 6. And he was different to the girls. And he would come in with a buttercup. Like this. He says, "Isn't it pretty, Mummy?" I said, "Yes, it is." You know something? I've never seen a kid like that. It's not fair. That's what I think. I mean, children are supposed to grow up and have a good life. I mean, okay, I was bitter, very bitter, but I mean, you have to adjust or else you wouldn't survive.
In the medieval plays, Noah's wife is a comedic character who many believe was the first pantomime dame.
On my old kettle, I've had it since 1947.
She is also a skeptic, but Michael wanted to write a new part, specifically for our 83-year-old communist.
One of the most impressive people at the auditions who we decided we definitely wanted to use was Alice.
I never died, said he.
This was a real example of the auditioning and casting process affecting the writing very directly, which was that Alice is of an older generation than Noah, and we suddenly thought this is going to work better if we have Noah's mother instead of Noah's wife. And it's great to be able to write the thing, to shape it around the people who are going to be part of it, and that's what we did in the case of Noah's mother.
Believe me now, as streams give way to rivers, lakes to estuaries, as storm clouds darken by the day.
We're all trapped in a bestiary.
When will it end? What hope of land? Dry ground, soil beneath our feet. High today we would all be drowned, then hold up in this howling freight.
Cut. Lovely.
When do I get paid?
Never.
She loves Robert De Niro. She says that he is her hero.
We all get on like a little family, even though we're very different.
So what kind of sound like this?
I look like my mum. I can't believe it. How much like my mum I look. I'm so embarrassing.
Noah, I'm thinking about you.
Shall I highlight your bits? If you excuse the expression.
I don't want you to ever think that filming isn't glamorous, because it is.
It hurts.
It's Chris's fault.
Cut.
All he does is cut and take, cut and take. Just can't work with part-time.
Walk high. Maybe less of the age thing.
Can't have you part-time when we need you.
No, if I give you my wife's number.
No thanks.
Give me a yeah. Woo! Yeah!
Darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me.
It's like the old business of the word team. T-E-A-M. Together, everyone achieves more. And really, that's what God is saying in the very story of Noah.
For 40 days it rained. And then it stopped.
The globe became a pearl of silver blue.
A shimmering sun.
An edgeless, coastless, lifeless world.
When waves drew back and waters ebbed.
A dove was first to leave the ark. Then all the birds, the oiled, the webbed,
the fleet of foot,
the bright, the dark.
The flood plays in particular are to do with this idea of salvation. At the end, we have the symbol of a dove, the sign of peace, this idea of a new beginning. And I do think it sort of does all fit into the idea of the resurrection of Christ.
The first that no one knew of this was silence. No more roar and howl. He stepped out into emptiness. a world he'd never seen before.
Both the events of Good Friday and the flood story from the Old Testament have at their heart good and evil, the struggle between good and evil, and a sacrifice at the heart of both. But they're also both at different ends of the spectrum about the relationship between God and the world he's created, and the breakage of that relationship and the attempts to heal it.
There are some common themes between the Passion story and the flood story, and one of them is facing up to the reality that there is evil in the world, and that we are accountable for the evil that we do and the wrong things that we do, and that God doesn't kind of sit on the sidelines and say, there's nothing I can do about it. But in both cases there are stories of God saying, I'm so committed to these people and to this world that I've made that I'm going to make a difference.
So this is it, a world rinsed through with husks of houses, silent streets. Where are all the lost souls now? None to talk to, none to meet.
40 days have passed, the shooting is over, and the preparations for the premiere of the finished film are well underway.
Standing room only, I reckon. There's loads of people who want to come and see it.
I want to see some of these.
I hope that the people who have been part of this are thrilled to see themselves out there doing it, and that they feel delighted with what they've made.
One of the things that I've noticed, there's not a huge world outside Harper Hay, and I think that smallness of vision is something that holds us back, and it's something that being involved in this kind of project actually helps, that there is a bigger world outside, and we can be part of that, and be counted in it, and not have to hang our heads in shame. And I think this kind of restoration of pride and being part of a larger community is a really important thing for us.
Is this it? Is this the end? With a bang or a whimper? Eyes. There are hummingbirds, mosquitoes sprat. What really matters is that a bit of encouragement has been given to show that Harper Hay is just as good as anywhere else, that the people of Harper Hay can do things just as well, if not better, than anywhere else.
We now have got serious money to regenerate physically the area. We're doing work on literally hundreds and hundreds of houses. The real regeneration, though, is when people have got that hope and optimism and commitment to the area. And all the great things that come out of that. That's the true prize of regeneration.
If you'd like to view the finished film, then visit bbc.co.uk/religion and click on Miracle on the Estate.
Can Harper Hay do anything? Harper Hay can do what he wants. We're on the map now.
We all think that we all sit around, like we just said there, and just like sell drugs or cause fights. No, some of us can get off our asses, get off our ass, and we can actually work. Come down, you've seen it yourself. So it's about time we got somewhere.
We can do things, good things, put our minds to it. So yeah, it was really nice to work in the community and meet other people, and we had a laugh.
Oh, well, we must do some more projects.
Yeah, we should. You know, the sort of people that we are really pull together. We really make things happen. So I'm not surprised that the community can do anything it puts its mind to, especially the Harper Hay community. But absolutely.
Oh, she's a babe. When we're going out on a date now, we're both single anyway. Come on, set me away.
Proposition on camera.
Yeah, well, he did build an ark.
Get a hood, wear a coat, and take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Get sandbags packed against your door. Take a bowl or a bucket. Prepare yourself. The more water than you've ever seen.